Mike's Daily Podcast.
FFF episode 1043. Hello, my name is Mike Matthews. That is Hayley Thesemi testing out
Thesemi, please.
Thesemi. Hey, you know what we were discussing? Oh, wait, we got so much to talk about today.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a Monday, so we got to kick off the week. And we have also Shoehart,
Mike's Daily Podcast,
Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. They're going to stop by. Maybe even the Disgruntled Fiddle player may pop by.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I wanted to sing a song about science fiction, young adult movies with the people that are young who are really groovy. Then all of a sudden, what? Jeff Daniels is in there? That guy, he's old from Dumb and Dumber. I luckily can flush my toilets and I don't need a plumber right now.
Killer rhyme there.
Yo.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But I am not that good a rapper.
Mike's Daily
I can't rap.
Podcast.
But that's all right. I heard Jonah Hill rapped on Saturday Night Live. I didn't see it, though.
I didn't see it either. Jonah Hill's all right.
He was good. Every movie I've seen him in, I'm like, wow. He kind of always surprises me.
He's good. He's no Jeff Gordon.
Is Jeff Gordon the guy that makes those fish sticks?
No, Jeff Gordon. The guy.
Oh!
The guy who was in the guy because they kind of look the same. Huh?
Yes, because he's British.
Yeah. He's like a British Jonah Hill.
He was in a Doctor Who, 2 of them, where Matt Smith showed up and stayed with him.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
And then one time he had a baby, and he was trying to help the the doctor speaks baby. But we both loved the skit he did with Adele in his car.
Yes.
And they sang Adele songs.
And I did like him in Into the Woods.
He has quite a voice on him.
He has quite a voice, indeed.
That's a heavy movie. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, it is.
Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Sondheim?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is a Sondheim. I saw a junior version originally.
So it was a little bit tamer?
No, it was the same.
Oh.
Except it ended as soon as the witch transforms.
Oh, okay.
That's the point where it ended. The quote-unquote sort of happy ending.
And as you mentioned that, someone walked in and they wanted to say hello. Hi, Mike Matthews. Hello, Hayley. How's it going? Oh, my God. I love Into the Woods, too. It's like my favorite musical of all time. Except for I kind of like Wicked.
Wicked's good.
I want to sing you a song from Wicked. Don't let that house fall on me. It's going to make my feet curl up. And I'll be dead. I don't want to die. Because when I'm dead, I'll be dead. That's my favorite song from that musical.
I remember that. Like, she wakes up in a cold sweat. Like, screaming about houses falling on her, and her roommate has to calm her down.
That's such a great part of that. Is that really in that musical? I haven't seen it.
No.
Yes, it is. Oh, my God. I just love that musical so much. Look who else just walking. Oh, Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman. This is John Deere, the engineer. Hello, Hayley. Do you need anything fixed around here? I'm an engineer.
I'm stretching.
And as they also walked in, look who else walked in.
Hey there, how's it going? This disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
What?
I don't like all this Trump bashing you two are doing.
I do.
We didn't bash him today. Ah, Trump!
Now, I'll tell you what, Trump, he's a civil man. He's a great person. He's a stand-up guy. He's a reality TV star, and I appreciate that, my president.
Now, when you say civil man, do you mean like a Confederate?
He would be the best Confederate general we ever had, because the wind would blow his hair off, and we would all follow that hairpiece wherever it went. And I appreciate that, my president.
Do you think that Donald Trump has been misunderstood. Is that what you're saying, disgruntled fiddle player?
Yeah, he's misunderstood. So he likes to talk about his male unit. Who doesn't?
All right. So that's
All right.
that's the people voting for Trump.
I wish I could bash Trump. I wish I could just bash him right on the freaking head.
Like with a
Bash.
with a very large fish, like kind of a la Monty Python.
Bash with a bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Or like a 2x4, or possibly a baseball bat that just happens to have nails driven into it.
That would also work.
These are just some options.
So Trump apparently in the last debate just interrupted everybody.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't like Trump.
That's someone who's desperate. That's someone who interrupts.
That's someone who knows that all of it is a joke, and yet he's still winning. So he just takes advantage of the fact that he's near unstoppable at this point, as far as the Republican nomination goes.
And you heard that the New York Times article, apparently he, off the record, was saying things like, "Oh, I don't believe half the things I say."
Oh yeah.
And and I believe that's what he really believes. I think he's saying whatever he needs to because he's got a power thirst.
Yeah.
And that's all he's feeding is the power thirst.
What if, like, he gets nominated and then Hillary gets nominated, and, like, in a weird chain of events, he takes Bernie on as his
Vice president?
And then they revolutionize America. That's not gonna happen.
Would you vote for Trump if he took Bernie as a vice president?
Bernie wouldn't do it. Like,
I think I would vote for that ticket.
I'd still be really, really worried.
Then I'd assassinate Trump.
And then Bernie would become president.
There you go. Haha, we figured it out. Let me have a sip of my delicious drink called Power Thirst.
Power thirst.
We have the best GD podcast on the planet. And by GD, I mean Gary Dempsey.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
George Dashington. It's an awesome podcast. This is the part of the piano where I'm playing, where I was doing like a total like jam.
And then you're like, wait, what was it doing again? Dun, dun, dun.
Do you know what this song is?
What?
Sid and Nancy down the hall, and they're having a debate. Nancy wants to be a carpenter, Sydney wants to be an ape. Do you like that?
Nice.
I have no idea what that means. I think a lot of songwriters start off like that. They write a couple lines and they go, what am I trying to say here? I've heard that, and then they...
Yeah, and then they're like, wait, I guess I'll turn this into a song.
What's the story behind Yesterday? The writing of Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Paul McCartney, wasn't he using the word scrambled eggs
Scrambled eggs? Yeah, that's true.
originally?
There was scrambled eggs. The other one that I know quite a bit about the songwriting was the day before the recording of Something. George Harrison was still using
Something in the way she moved. Beautiful song.
Tracks me like a pomegranate.
No! Pomegranate.
Pomegranate, because he had nothing else there.
Ah, that's good. Do you like pomegranates?
I do. They're a little bit messy to eat, so I don't enjoy them as much as I used to.
Yeah.
You can get little chocolate-covered ones, though.
I never buy pomegranates.
I don't either.
Or that weird juice, that pomegranate juice or whatever that has the cool bottle.
Yeah. See, but you can get the Brookfield chocolates that have the pomegranate, like, fruit juice
Ooh.
mush inside of them. Those are good.
I have so much to talk to you about. The Mondays are great because we've had 2 days away from each other. 3 days.
3 days.
And it's so much accumulates. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, I went to Robert Welsh, who you met at the New Year's Eve party from the segment Welsh on the World, which he never does, and his new wife, Christy, They invited me over.
A lovely couple.
Yeah, and we had New Year's Eve at my house, you and Becca. Mm-hmm. And it was so much fun. But last night I went over, I was their first dinner guest ever as a married couple. And I mentioned, I told you all this part earlier. We watched YouTube videos of wedding fails and cows humping people. And what else happened? Oh, we ate soup that Robert made, and Christy made a salad with no dressing. You didn't need a dressing because there was so much stuff in it.
Right.
It was so tasty. Mm-hmm. And then I brought over a chopped fruit from Safeway, which, by the way, when you get their fruit bowls at Safeway, which is our local supermarket chain for those of you listening, like in Bulgaria or something. If you're in Bulgaria, why don't you light up a joint?
Is it called Vaughn's?
Vaughn's is in Southern California.
Other places? Yeah, so it's the same thing, I think.
That's Greg Proop's podcast when he says to people, hey, and if you're listening to us in Bulgaria, he's always like, light up a joint, because he likes to smoke out.
Right.
But we would probably prefer it in our tea or in a cookie form, except that would be gluten-free.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in tea either. That just sounds gross.
Yeah, because would you taste the THC if it was in the tea?
Yeah, of course.
It'd be THC. Oh,
Spoon pipes.
What? Go ahead.
Spoon pipes.
Spoon pipes. What are those?
They're the little glass pipe things.
Uh-huh.
They're easy to use and they're beautiful. They're little works of art.
Oh, for is it like a bowl? Like you put it the pot
into the little bowl at the end, and then there's the tube.
Ah, yes, that is an art. It brings glass. It's glass, right?
Yeah, it's completely glass blown, and they usually have all sorts of fun little designs and such in them.
Glass blowing. It's still that craft is so old, and it will outlive us all.
It's true. It's not something a robot can really do.
Goddamn robots! See, and I said GD earlier, but I wasn't saying that. Well, anyways, around the dinner table, Robert asked me, Mike, what's the hot new song right now? And I go, oh, well, Rachel Platten's Stand By Me.
Oh, well, of course.
Even if it's not forever, gonna be fall apart. Da, 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 even if I stand by you. Da, 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 da. So when I said stand by you, he goes, I'll stand by you. The Pretenders. Even if it won't pull you through, I'll stand by. But I love that Rachel Platten song. The production on it is insane.
Is it?
Lots of like, the chorus has a underneath it.
Does it have air horns?
Air horns?
Air horns.
Is that
the rave horn?
Oh.
Type.
Oh, yeah. Like
yeah. Like you'd hear at a sports stadium.
I don't remember now if it does or not, but I like and Rachel Platten, I found out it's in her 30s. I thought she was like a teenager or something with the sound of her voice.
Wow.
But you know Rachel Platten's This Is My Fight song.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
So is her story, does she have a story?
She's a superhero.
No. Okay.
No, I don't know.
So, cause she's like with the force that she sort of entered the music scene and the style of songs, it sounds very much like someone who has been writing songs for a really long period of time and then has finally decided to be singing them. That happened a few years back as well. I don't remember who did it, but they had that song American Girl. American Girl. And they had the music video with all the other different pop stars in it.
Oh.
Do you remember that? I want to say her name was like Bonnie something.
Oh, okay. How about like Meghan Trainor? Didn't she write stuff for other people?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm not confident about that, but...
Yeah. You know... What was it? Oh, then on Friday, I had a beer with Kevin Drew.
Bonnie McKee, that's the name of the person who did it.
Bonnie McGee!
Yeah.
I've heard of her, yes.
Yes, she... We'll get back to your beer thing, but she was writing a bunch of songs. She did a huge amount of Katy Perry songs. And...
I thought Katy wrote her own stuff.
What? No way. Yeah, and then Bonnie McKee was her actually singing one of the songs she wrote.
Oh!
And I believe, in a way, Sia is kind of similar. Sia's had a solo career.
She's amazing.
In the background. But she...
her songs are awesome.
Yeah, but she was writing a bunch of songs. She at least co-wrote the song in Zootopia that Shakira performs. Shakira's in that movie, by the way.
Shakira, your favorite.
Shakira's a gazelle.
Oh, does she dance like the gazelle dance like Shakira?
A little bit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Not super crazy, unfortunately. But I was actually listening to the song that Shakira performs in Zootopia, and I'm like, that sounds like a Sia song.
Oh.
It's definitely not Sia's voice, it's Shakira's voice.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a Sia song.
Sure enough.
She was the primary writer of that song.
Before we get to my Kevin Beer story, let's do Mike's absolutely useless review of the movie Zootopia. But in lieu of Mike's absolutely useless review, we will have your useful review. But first, the sweeper.
Mike's absolutely useless review.
And now the useful review with Hayley of Zootopia.
Zootopia is a lovely family adventure featuring some animals in a large city known as Zootopia. The year is 2099. The world as we know it no longer exists.
Oh.
It has been plunged into a dystopian environment where all humans are dead and animals rule the world. Actually, it's not. It's a fun little place where all the animals have basically evolved to live sociably with each other.
Oh!
And that's what it is. You got a bunch of walking, talking animals, and there's this one bunny who's like, I'm gonna be a cop, and then her parents are like, don't be a cop. And she becomes a cop anyway, because, down with the man.
Because down with the man?
Down with the man. I don't know. It's fun. It is beautiful. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. It's
beautiful.
So well animated.
Okay, but didn't we go here already with Madagascar? With the talking animals and stuff?
It's so much better than Madagascar.
Really?
Madagascar made everything a joke. Madagascar was a localized, here's some animals and they're dancing and talking and singing and everyone's close-knit and...
And the penguins and everything?
Yeah, and Penguins in Madagascar, by the way, great movie as well.
Yes, that is good.
These animals, first off, they wear clothes.
Ah.
These are like totally personified animals.
Uh-huh.
It has been called the furry movie. You know, furries, the subculture.
Wait, explain furries.
Furries is a subculture of people who enjoy personifying themselves as animals.
Oh, but that's sort of a sex thing, right?
It can be. Like, there's a lot of different facets to it. There's a huge artistic side to it, where people draw animals in various situations, and it's not sexualized.
Okay.
And then there's fursuit enthusiasts who actually dress up like in full fursuits, entirely separate from sexual situations, which is a little bit weird. But
is fur murder?
Furter.
Frankfurter. Is Frankfurter in this movie?
I don't know. Probably.
Is there singing in this movie?
There is singing in this movie.
Like you said, Shakira.
It's all Shakira singing.
Oh!
Like, there's a weird amount of product placement in weird ways.
Oh.
Like, it's not super bad, but the main protagonist uses, because she's a bunny, she uses an iPhone that instead of an apple on the back of it, it's a carrot with a bite out of it. It's a silhouette of a carrot with a bite out of it.
I want that phone.
Yeah, and...
Carrot phone.
She uses it as a flashlight?
Okay.
Instead of actually having a flashlight as a police officer, she's using her phone with the with the flashlight turned on.
Yeah.
In numerous situations, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
But
Product placement.
back to the animation. You have this giant world spread out, and there's a lot of aerial shots and just scenes where you see all these different animals. And they're all individually animated to be doing different things, talking to each other. Each animal moves in a different way that you'd expect out of the animals.
Really?
And they are walking and talking like humans, but they have their own distinct flair to them. And it's refreshing to see. And then even in the close-up shots, everything's so fluffy and fuzzy. And there's a bunch of sheep. There's this one sheep that has like a little tuft of wool on the top of her head. And you can see it kind of jiggle.
Like real wool.
Uh-huh. And there's one scene where it gets like pushed down and you can see the individual like flyaways.
Wow!
So it's beautifully animated, and it's just a fun movie.
And Disney did it.
Disney did it, yeah. I don't think it's Pixar, which is interesting.
Okay.
I don't think it's a Pixar movie.
You know, I'm a little sick of what's-his-face, Lasseter.
Who?
The guy or whatever who's the head of Pixar.
Is he?
But that's... And I heard this was the biggest Disney movie opening something.
I don't have any confirmation about that. I wasn't paying attention. I just saw it.
I'm looking in my iPhone my product placement for a picture for the podcast picture before you ask me about it.
The best product placement was in the beginning scene, the very first scene. There was a like a talent show type situation, you know, and when the main protagonist was a tiny child. And there's over to the side, there's like a kid snow leopard or something. Like playing, he's got like a drum, dun 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 dun, and he's playing at the piano, dun, dun, dun. And then they go back over to him numerous times, and you see he's got like a new instrument. And the last one, he just has a Casio, like a Casio keyboard, and he does the organ, dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's awesome! Because I have one of those.
Yeah, just the traditional. This is the end of this show.
Oh, I like. It sounds like they put a lot of thought into it.
Well, that's the only scene you see. It's a Casio, and it very clearly says Casio, which it's just humorous. It's not even a product placement; it's a joke.
Yeah. Oh, did you have a Casio keyboard?
I have a Casio keyboard, but it's broken.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't find a podcast picture. Oh, how about this?
And here's today's podcast picture.
Are you open to constructive criticism?
You don't like it.
Are you open to constructive criticism?
Yeah.
It sucks.
As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. That was the most constructive criticism I ever had. How about this one, their son?
That's pretty nice. It's a picture of God.
God posed. And that was in the first verse of Genesis. God posed.
God posed. Jesus Christ posed.
He did?
For Soundgarden.
Huh?
It's a song, Jesus Christ posed.
Oh. You made a reference to a Soundgarden song.
To a Soundgarden song, yeah.
What is Soundgarden known for?
Chris Cornell.
Oh, Spoon Man. Spoon Man. Play your spoons.
Black Hole Sun.
Black Hole Sun. Won't you come? And then he did Audio Slave later.
Yeah, I did.
Well, we're outside and it's raining on us. You can't hear the rain because we have a massive umbrella over cafe anyway. But, oh, there it is. You can hear a little bit of rain hitting the umbrella. I don't know if you can hear that, but... Okay, yeah, it was raining all night long. All night. In Podcaster Valley. All night. And we need the rain, and that's good. Kevin and I got a beer.
Hey! I saw the picture on Facebook.
You did?
It asked me to tag you.
Yes!
I did not tag you.
I went ahead and did it myself, thank you. Mm-hmm. But we were all excited because you were one of the first people to like it.
And Kevin friended me.
You guys weren't friends yet?
No.
Yay! Now you're friend. Kevin's so shy. Why is he not friend everyone?
I don't think he realized it was my account.
Well, I'm gonna do a quick segment called "Why the hell did I yelp that?"
Why the hell did I yelp that?
Why the hell did I yelp that?
Because I'd like to do a yelp about 21st Amendment. It's great. No, I would like to say that it's a huge open space, and you are basically drinking in a brewery. And then, oh, you got your Casio keyboard out, a la your droid phone. And I had a long conversation with one of the bartendresses there, because she wore a dress. Her name, I don't know, but she was British, and we talked a lot about England. She had a northern accent, Hayley. Made me think of you, because you can do a great northern accent. But you won't do it now. What song are you playing? Hayley, do a northern accent. Hayley, do a northern accent. Hang on one second, I'm doing it. So yeah, she was telling me about a place to go check out north of San Francisco. It's supposed to be a really good pub place, British pub, on Muir Beach, and they make a great beef Wellington. So I'll check all that, and that's my Yelp. Thank you. You can stop playing that ridiculous tiny piano that's smaller than the size of a quarter. Next show, we're going to have Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle player, and the Brewmaster. I've lost Hayley. Hayley's gone off, and
You just needed some quiet piano music in the background.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not good at playing it, so I thought I should.
It's tough to play with your thumbs.
And I tested, and that keyboard does not support more than 2 notes at a time.
That's bunk.
I have 2 thumbs, it works.
The Disgruntled Fiddle player and Benita and Brewmaster will be on the next show. And so one of those beers, though, at 21st Amendment will knock your brain right out of your head.
It's Strong Beer Month.
It is March. And so and please patronize your local strong beer maker, because we need strong beer on this planet.
Strong arm your strong beer.
Get a designated driver to take you to the strong beer place. But yes, good for that. Okay, and that's pretty much the show. How long we talk? Oh, we didn't even talk a half hour.
Oh, sheesh. Well, what else are we going to talk about?
Sheeshenburger. I made a really good
Sheeshenburger?
Turkey burger, actually, on Saturday. What I do is I take a pan and I put Brussels sprouts in the pan with the turkey burger. What do you think about that? With some onions.
That sounds good.
It's a turkey burger Brussels sprout onion mix.
I went to Kinder's.
Where's Kinder's around here?
Pacific Commons.
Because there's one up in Benicia, and they make that great barbecue sauce that I buy at Costco. Go ahead.
It's Becca's favorite, so we like to go there.
Awesome.
And I got this meat thing. It's like a roast beef type thing.
Was it a sandwich? No.
It was a sandwich. I was expecting a sandwich though, like a sandwich. And it said it had like onions and cheese, which sounds fabulous. And
I love that.
I get this thing, and I pick it up, and it's a loaf of bread.
Oh.
Like, and one end is covered in foil. And I'm looking on the sides, and I'm like, what is that? It's a loaf of bread. It's just bread.
This is your Yelp, by the way.
This is my sandwich review. And I pull off the tin foil, and they had completely hollowed out the piece of bread and stuffed it full
of meat
and onions and cheese. And barbecue sauce. And I was like, this is fabulous.
And you don't like the gluten anyway?
Well, it was sourdough, so I was able to eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not feeling an adverse effect, so I don't care. But
this sounds fantastic.
It was good, because you know how sourdough, like, the
sourdough is funny. We're laughing at the rain.
Like, the crust is the best part because it's chewy and delicious.
So
that's all there was. There was a little bit of the bread, but it was mostly like the crust. So you got the chewy, delicious crust with the meat and everything inside.
Oh, you're making me so hungry right now.
Mm-hmm, and I just poured as much barbecue sauce as I could as I was eating it.
Oh! This sounds... Was it really expensive?
No, it was all right.
Was it like $20?
It wasn't like $20. It was under... I want to say it was sub 10.
Sub 10? Wow.
Maybe like $9.95.
Okay.
But it was good. It was tasty. It didn't fall out or make as big of a mess as it could have because like there was no sides of it to fall out. Because I was eating from the only place it could have fallen out.
Yeah.
So that was fabulous.
It sounds like the perfect sandwich.
I know.
Perfectly constructed, like you had constructed it, John Deere.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Do you need me to fix your sandwich?
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
Make me a sandwich, though.
I'll make it with you! Because I love you, John Deere! The engineer! And Floyd the Floorman!
Oh, wow, something... I just drooled hearing about sandwiches and stuff. I told you I went to Jollibee's, right?
Yeah.
That's a funky place. We talked about that the last show. Or the show before that, or something.
Brass, Jollibee's.
Were you singing...
That funky Jollibee's.
You're singing a Beastie Boys song. Look at that. We went from Beatles to Beastie Boys to Rachel Platten. We went all over the musical map on today's show. And didn't play a single note of any of those songs. We played only our own songs. So no one at YouTube or SoundScan or any other... By the way, SoundScan, I'm on a rave. Woo! Rave! Bow, 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 bow. Mike Matthews, I went to a rave once.
Me too.
I took some ecstasy.
I did not take it.
So it's delicious. You know, what I was going to say is that I was raving about the... I have road rage deep inside of me.
Road rave?
I have road rave inside of me because as I was driving to work today, various things... Isn't that weird? I can't think of the things that annoyed me, but when I'm in the car, I'm like, oh my gosh, this annoys me. And
wow, there are things in this world that sure do annoy me. That's my review.
Thank you. That was really good.
I give this world a solid 2.5 stars.
It was pertaining to the driving, when you're driving and people are driving slow somehow. Or they, yeah. Oh, I'll think about that for the next show.
Okay, cool. We should get out of here.
All right, let's go. Thank you so much for listening. We're gonna...
Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow.
Are you doing Smoke on the Water now?
No. Let's go.
Oh, you're doing the cars.
Bow, bow, bow.
See? Okay. That brings it back around to cars. When you are making a right-hand turn, you should get over as far as you can so people in that lane can get around you. Don't slam on your brakes and then make a right turn. Okay, now I feel better.
Alternatively, when you're going straight, you should make sure you are squarely in your lane so that people that want to turn right can go past you on the right if you're stopped at a red light, and they can go right.
Thank you! Okay, I feel better.
Okay.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!